Hello, my name is Brant Hunt. My channel is on YouTube is Discerning What is True. What I'm going to do is be reading from a particular book by Michael A. Hoffman II. The name of the book is called Secret Societies and Psychological Warfare. This book was published many years ago. It actually says 1995, although it says 2001, so I assume it's basically 2001 is the last part of it. So the part I'm reading from is page 51, and it's simply called Mind Control and the Revelation of the Method. Okay. Mind Control and the Revelation of the Method is the title of this particular snippet, I would call it, with Mr. Hoffman. It is here necessary to point out a fallacy which has preceded or succeeded in defeating many genuine ecological rebels against modern tampering and the occult philosophy and organizations which powers it. These are rare breed to begin with, since the vast majority of researchers who start out in search of the truth about these big themes like so many other avant-garde thinkers and activists, succumbing to the egregious tyranny and mind zapping or mind napping, NAPPING, that lurks beneath the facade of the liberal occult operation. But a few escape this net only to blunder blindly into another. They become trapped in the fallacy that exposure of the methods and personnel involved in the cryptocracy crimes is by itself a tremendous step towards overthrowing the power of the cryptocracy. If only we could get some of the facts out in the open, is their refrain. I would reply that the process of hermetic cryptocracy is not staggering. It is engaged in a remarkable project set into motion millennial age ago. A operation which has accomplished most, if not all, of its chief goals with masterful dispatch. In the beginning and middle stages of this operation, the hoodwink was a key to accomplishing of its objectives. Generally speaking, deception is far less necessary today. Quite the contrary. The cryptocracy has actually been determined to reveal many of the greatest secrets to us profane ones for some time now. Veteran independent occult investigators were astonished at the massive disclosure in the 1970s of some of the deepest and most profound secrets of the Masonic, Neoplatonan, Hermetic academia. Secrets reserved in some cases for thousands of years for only the highest initiates. Took two books by the English writer and Ordo, O-R-D-O, Templi, T-E-M-P-L-I, Ornius, O-R-I-E-N-T-I-S, which is called O-T-O, Initiate Kenneth Grant, it's G-R-A-N-T. The previous cited Magical Revival and Aleister Crowley and the Hidden God, and another by Formidable Robert K. G. Temple, The Sirius Mystery. That's S-I-R-I-U-S, Mystery. Reveals secrets of the highest magnitude which have been vigorously protected and hidden at some cost to human life for centuries, and in the case of Temple's book, millennia. These books were published with the knowledge and approval of the Masonic Hermetic heirs to this knowledge. Interesting. Very interesting. Independent researchers have seldom noted the significance of these revelations coming from the occult groups and even advertising agencies, which is in a demonstration of macabre nose thumping at our complete indifference to our mental enslavement, have actually pointed to the subliminal in their own liquor ads. These actions signal our interest into entirely different era of alchemy process. As I wrote in Apocalypse Culture, first edition, a monk, spelled A-M-O-K, press, in the brilliant wordplay of the mythical Masonic figure Dr. Syntax, we come to the current unfoldment in must be a alchemy Cant, it's in brackets here, Cant language code, CANT language code, turned Mr. James Shelby in brackets, Downer, spelled DOWNARD, translated as the revelation of the method. This allures to the process wherein murderous deeds and hair-raising conspiracy involving wars, revolutions, decapitations, secret Arcadian astronomy, deity, cult worship, and every manner of horror show are first buried beneath a cloak of secrecy, and then, when finally accomplished and secured, slowly revealed to the unsuspecting populace who watch deep frozen as the hidden history is unveiled. In the circulation of anti-academy manuscripts, the revelation of the method is accomplished. Truth or consequences? Downer is acutely aware that in exposing the conspiracy or conspirators, he is probably serving the final dictum in their alchemy formula. According to 8:17, Luke of 8:17 predicts this as well. So if man doesn't act, God will sooner or later. In the meantime, exposure itself does not defeat the hypocrisy, because given the degraded and atrophied nature of modern man's perceptions and insights today, such revelation may only serve to strengthen the hypocrisy mental hold. The record shows that the recent revelation of occult crime almost never been accompanied by arrests, prosecution, convictions, and punishment of the initiatives involved. Hence, the reputation of the hypocrisy invincibility is heightened by the revelations. Moreover, the spectacular nature of the revealed crimes carry a highly charged aura of the violent and erotic, and in the final analysis, when exposed to public attention, only become further grits for the seemingly limitless public appetite for shock tiltation, spelled TITILLATION, and passive voyeurism, spelled VOYEURISM. So this is a snippet from Mr. Hoffman, as he explains this simply. This was revealed back in the 70s, and apparently, what I'm understanding here, what he's sharing, is that they feel that man is not capable of actually even understanding what has actually been revealed. So what's happening is simply that they feel that man himself is so inferior with not understanding the languages, understanding because he's been pretty much a robot in some ways, or not aware, or simply lost. And their tools have worked well. That's why some would say, a lot would say, simply it's bread and circus. But I think it's far more than bread and circus, folks. It's far deeper than that. Also, it also tells you the length, and what they've done is that they can do something out in the middle of the open, like, for example, the supposedly assassination of President Kennedy, when in reality, simply it was even done on television live, if that's correct. I'm not sure for that, but there were cameras there, and it looks like this man is killed, but is he? Okay, so you think about that. The tools that they use are clever, especially with television these days. Television is a enormous tool to keep people subliminal in a daze. It flickers thousands and thousands of times per minute. And I'm sure that this particular computer I'm standing behind or sitting behind does the same thing. Although I don't know the flicker rate is that high as compared to television. And I wanted to share one other thing is kind of pertinent with this, with televisions. As I shopped last 2 weeks, this Thursday will be 2 weeks, I looked for another computer, And what I found out simply was that I've noticed this, that the store Best Buy is when I go in there, all on the right hand side of the store are nothing but televisions, all kinds of televisions. And all of them are what they call high definition, whatever else is ultra high, UHD, whatever it is. Okay. The first part of the store is all deals with what we call iPhones or what's the other kind? Samsung, and what we call I can't think of the phones. They're called anyway. They're a different brand than Apple, and that is a huge section. In fact, almost the middle part. And then you used to be at one time when Best Buy started their business. There is a tiny section, not even 2 aisles, very short aisles, even to deal with audio stereo equipment. That's all gone. And then the back part of the store is composed of basically all computer information, all to do with either Apple or whoever else is out there, all the brands out there. And then to the extreme left is to do with appliances, to do with stoves, washers, refrigerators, and freezers, and other utensils that are used in the kitchen area. So I just thought I'd share this again with you. Revealings, that is a reading from Secret Society. This is the book right here. And I would like to have some feedback on this, that see what people think about it. So maybe in the near future you can. I have already shared recently the Scientism, a Form of Black Magic. I also dealt with another issue here. What was the other one here? I think I did. No, I have not done another one here, but they're all snippets of what I would call maybe 2 or 3 pages. And most of this, most people won't understand this, and that's okay. I don't expect people to understand it, but it's a way of basically sharpening the mind. People may see and say, "Wait a minute here, I've heard of that name. What happened? Who is this guy?" And how the media is used to present their case as though it's the truth. So anyway, I appreciate you listening. Again, welcome all kinds of questions. What are your feedback, such and such? What are your thoughts on this? And we'll go from there. Okay. Have a good night. Always understand simply is that I offer what I feel is the truth, sharing what is important for us to be able to see the truth. And unless you have that desire deeply in you, you probably won't find it. It's almost like a prayer, as Jesus gives an illustration. Ask, seek, and knock. Asking part is easy. The seeking part simply is you're gonna start at the beginning, and knocking is being persistent in trying to find the truth. That's what it's all about. So have a good evening, and you take care. We'll talk to you another time.